Today I want to talk about being consistent. Be consistent as if your life depends on it, because it does, right? What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of LOFT Talk. I am Dareus White. This is episode 23. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. And let's get right into the episode. Whoosh. Today I want to talk about being consistent. Be consistent as if your life depends on it, because it does, right? Especially if you're an entrepreneur, an entertainer, or you do something where you run your life. Like, you set your schedule, you run your life, right? I'm speaking from the perspective of being on YouTube, because that's what I'm currently doing right now. I do a lot of other things, but YouTube is one of the things that I've been very consistent with over the last month and a half. So I really want to speak to that, or I really want to speak from that standpoint. And just overall in life, right? I think that consistency is obviously key. Consistency is definitely key. In anything that you're doing, you want to be consistent. Whether it's music, whether it's YouTube, whether it's whatever you do at your workplace, your 9 to 5, you want to stay consistent in everything. And I say be consistent as if your life depends on it, because it does, right? You will not see results unless you're consistent. You will not get to where you want to get unless you're consistent. If you're anything like me, then consistency is the only thing that was standing in your way, or that could currently be standing in your way. For me, I've always known I've had what it takes. I've always known I had the drive, the talent, the skills, the insight, the foresight, the determination. And I have this unwavering optimism that just doesn't allow me to give up, even if I wanted to. And I've tried before. Trust me, it's just like my brain keeps going. My dreams will not let me sleep. So if you're anything like me, then you know that the only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is consistency, right? That's that one key thing that you're missing. And that's why the phrase consistency is key is so important to me, because it's literally the only key I'm currently missing in order to make progress to where I'm trying to go, or to get there at all, right? No matter your current circumstances, no matter how you feel right now, no matter if you're getting results or not right now, no matter if you can count on your hand how many views you're getting, it may be a little number. Despite what you're seeing right now in front of you as far as numbers go, you have to be consistent through that. You have to attack whatever it is that you're doing as if you have a full-blown audience watching, as if you have hundreds and thousands and even millions of people hanging on to your every word. Because if you operate like that now, then you'll operate like that when the actual millions and thousands come, right? You can't operate right now. Say you only do have 5 views per video. You can't operate like you only have 5 views per video, because a person that's operating as if only 5 people are watching them isn't going to put their best foot forward, most likely, right? They're going to be a little lackadaisical, might not cross all their T's and dot all their I's. You have to operate as if you are where you want to be, right? You have to move as if you have 50,000 subscribers on YouTube already. You have to move as if you have 1 million impressions on your TikTok with your song on it, promoting your music, right? You have to move as if you have a Billboard top 10 hit. You have to move as if you already have that promotion at your job. You can't move as if you're just hungry for it and that's it. You have to act like the person you would be once you get it. You have to act like that person and take on that identity so that you can be that now, which requires consistency, right? I started this consistent journey of Loft Talks over a month ago, and I finally got myself to a headspace where I told myself, yo, you're going to make these videos regardless of who's watching, who's not watching, regardless of the amount of views you get, regardless of the amount of likes. You're going to continue to make them on a 5-day-a-week basis indefinitely, right? Not really counting on people tuning in, not counting on a certain number, but doing it to practice consistency and get that discipline in order, right? And what I found is I've actually gotten some results. And because I really didn't expect a whole lot of results, each result and each time my numbers climb is cherished even more. I would really be excited. I can't even explain how it feels, right? Even though it's not in the hundreds of thousands and stuff, it still is like, man, I'm putting in effort to make great quality content and people are tuning in. Like, that feels like the impact of that alone feels great. So I can only imagine what it's going to feel like later down the line after so many days, so many weeks and months of consistency and really seeing bigger numbers, right? I know that can be easier said than done, focusing on the consistency and pushing through your current circumstances when your views are on the ground. When you barely have 10 views a video, it can be difficult. But if you shift your perspective into focusing on the long haul and the long run and realizing this is a long game, a marathon, not a sprint, then you'll realize you'll stop trying to get that instant gratification from having hundreds of views now and realize you're putting in work that is going to pay off in multitudes on the back end, right? You're not wasting your time. Don't allow your mind to tell you that you're wasting your time. You've done 50 videos and nobody's watching. All it takes is that one video. With me personally, I grow about 5 to 10 subscribers a week, maybe even a little bit more. Maybe I know it's in that range a little bit. And while that doesn't seem like a lot, a year from now, at this rate, I'm going to have a whole lot of subscribers, right? But imagine if I stop right now because I'm only getting 5 subscribers a week, or I'm only getting this amount of views on my videos. I'm never going to get to that point that I want to be at. I'm never going to see this through. So you have to see it through. Like, you have to really, and it took a minute for me to get my mind in the right place. It's almost like I caught myself on a good day. Like, I caught myself in the right moment where everything just aligned, and it didn't dawn on me because I knew, but it sunk in. And I'm hoping that I can help that sink in for you right now. Like, the idea that I have to keep pushing forward and putting in the work and not pay attention to the results and know that it's going to pay off in the long run. It finally made sense one day. Like it downloaded and it sank in and it sat there and I digested it and it just made sense. And I'm on that journey currently, and I want to encourage y'all to get on that journey as well if you're not already on it, and just be consistent with everything. Like, when it comes to my media agency, I'm being consistent with, I haven't launched it all the way yet, but shameless plug to myself, that will be launching next week. So stay tuned for that. Y'all can go follow me on social media so that y'all can witness the launch. And if y'all want to book with me, y'all can book with me. My website will be in the description below. But anyway, I've been consistent on working on the back end and the back office and setting everything up and preparing everything for launch. And I plan on being consistent with posting and everything else that I need to be consistent with outreach and things of that nature once it's launched, right? I've been consistent in a whole lot of other areas, like, and that's the thing about consistency. Once you start it and you're really disciplined with it in one thing, it kind of can't help but spill over into other areas of your life. And you want to be consistent in everything because now you've just become this consistent person. You know what I'm saying? And that just strengthens your discipline overall. And then it betters you. You can pick one thing right now to decide to be consistent with, and watch over time, you're going to realize you're being consistent in every area of your life. More and more. You may not be perfect at it off rip, but it's going to grow, right? Give you guys an example. I know somebody who counts their macros, right? They count their macros down to a T, right? Like, every time they go out to restaurants, when they're by themselves, they're with friends, they're on a date, whatever the case may be, they count their macros. And sometimes when he goes out with certain groups of people, they make fun of him, or they think it's doing too much, or they think he's a little anal because he has the waitress standing there for an extended period of time asking, well, what's the portion of this and how much of this is in that. But he's determined and disciplined. He's determined to be consistent with how he eats because he's had a long fitness journey and he doesn't want to go back to where he was. So he has to be intentional about what he's doing. He has to be consistent with his eating habits. And that's like one of the best examples of consistency I've ever seen in my life. So sometimes being consistent may have the people around you looking at you weird, like, why are you going so hard about that? Why are you always, like, you don't ever switch up your routine? You don't ever switch up your schedule? You don't ever go a day without recording that podcast? You don't ever go a day without posting that YouTube video? You don't ever go a day without editing? You don't ever go a day without planning something out? No. Because I know where I want to be in life. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to know where you want to be in life and be consistent and don't waver on it due to other people's opinions or what they may say. Because 9 times out of 10, if they have something to say, they're not where you want to be. They're not where they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Or they just don't have as big of goals that you have, right? That's all I wanted to talk about with y'all in this episode is consistency. Just a friendly reminder to you, friendly reminder to myself. Consistency is key. I know you've heard it before. I know you may even be tired of hearing it, but until you're consistent yourself, you're going to keep hearing it. And you're going to keep hearing it after that. But I just suggest you be consistent because it's worth the results. I'm sure you've seen somebody's gym transformation. I'm sure maybe even you've gone to the gym and seen some results. And maybe you've even gone to the gym and seen some results and decided you were going to stop for a couple of weeks. That's what you don't need to do. This is a last minute for the video. When you start seeing results of your consistency, don't stop and take a break there. You have to keep going, push through. You see those first results when you're in the gym and you're working out. Say I go and I work out today. I won't see the results of that workout until about 14 days from now, 2 weeks from now. When I see those results, it would be foolish of me to stop because, I see my abs a little bit better. I can take a break. I can eat a little bit of junk food. No, that's not what you want to do, no matter in any area. When you start seeing results with your music, when you start seeing results on YouTube or whatever the case may be, don't see that first influx of results or spike in numbers and go, I can chill out now. No, that's when you really want to push through and you really want to take data from those results and just implement into what you're doing now. And so you can get better at it and get even better results. You don't want to stop when you start seeing results. You don't want to take breaks. You could take a break a year from now or something, but you don't want to take a break now. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say to y'all today. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday, and until next episode. Peace.